Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go now.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Third down, it's Willis. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Willis out of the gun. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 1st and 10, Willis. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he showed why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first. They'll try the right side with Henry.
And he's got it down to the 28.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, here's Willis. He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many... And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Second down, Willis looks to throw here.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. But in case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. First and 10 for Dalton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they are going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate? Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, here's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
Come on.
Last play of the half. Here's Willis. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Dalton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Terrell Basham able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Out of the gun, it's Dalton.
steps, and the pressure gets to him again. Terrell Basham, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly.
4th down. Dalton wants to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick.
Well, I think everyone who's watching will certainly... Things get a little bit better for them in this half, aren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter.
On the jump.
They begin with Henry. And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
52 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play.
Willis will look to throw on 1st down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. Back to throw, Willis.
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd down, it's Willis.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Terrell Basham, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Dalton here from the gun. And now here's another interception.
It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Titans are going to take possession of the football. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him at it.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Willis. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Willis on 3rd and long. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you or what feels good to your team. You're down.
And my goodness, another interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football and give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run the full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the 1st on the 35-yard strike. They'll run. It's Henry going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball.
And now here's another interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. And we now have a new single-game interception king, a record-breaking 5th pick there.
If that's not the true definition of a ball hawk, I don't know what is. That is absolutely...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Willis's throw hauled in by Westbrook Akine here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The offense on third down, they're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Henry running right. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Now a throw caught by one of their linemen. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession.
19 target, 19 target.
Running from the gun with Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Ready, ready.
On third down, Henry. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a fourth down. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on fourth down. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Bullock's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's... And my goodness, another interception. It's Roger McCreary with a pick, and the Titans are going to take possession of the football. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
Marcus Davenport brought him down, the UTSA product. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose. Make a choice. voice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking and hating. I bet you I kill the noise. I've been a man like I'm Peyton. I boost up my rating. You know how I play with toys. Pop out on any occasion, get standing ovations. They can't help it but rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apologies. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Burrow to throw right away. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakland, California. And he's got it to about the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Bengals drive about to get going. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You'd think defenses might be a little more prepared for plays like this because so many offensive coordinators, when they get the ball after a turnover, they do like to dial up a deep ball right away. And if I were a defensive coordinator in this league, that's exactly what I would say to my defense before they went out to play.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 27 yards. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he will get in to make it 8-0. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football. For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
12, 12.
First down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
This is caught. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On 2nd and goal. Burrow looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beef eaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Purdy. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy will look to throw again here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And that's why you do all the drills that you're doing from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And some room to roam now. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Burrow will throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he fires one incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Purdy. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't even think twice about pulling his flag on that one.
Now here comes Ayuk on the jet sweep. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. Now on 2nd and 13. Purdy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. T. Higgins, 39 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll try and throw for it. Complete at the 1. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Here we go.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this is caught out in the left flat. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Purdy. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. 49ers nothing. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Here's McCloud from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now.
And now here is another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the 2nd half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again.
Picked off by Tashawn Gibson.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
On the move to his, and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you play in a 4-3 base and you're a defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run, and of course, get to the quarterback.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
We're going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase.
A 24-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. He's got it at the 10. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13.